34-year-old gang member is charged with attempted felony murder after shooting a man he chose randomly in a DeBary neighborhood when the drug dealer he'd planned to rob failed to show up, officials said. Thales Inman of Sanford was booked Tuesday into the Volusia County Branch Jail where he was being held Wednesday without bail, records show. The charge stems from an early morning encounter in a DeBary neighborhood. Kirk Thomas told Volusia County deputies he was leaving for work about 5 a.m. September 22 and as he prepared to back out of his garage, a car he'd seen parked in the street across from his house was now in his driveway, according to a sheriff's report. As Thomas, 36, exited his vehicle, an unknown male, later identified as the Sanford boy, exited from the back seat on the driver's side of the other car. Thomas saw the suspect holding a gun and, realizing he couldn't safely run away or retreat, Thomas charged at Inman who then fired several rounds from the gun before getting back into the car and driving away, according to the report. Thomas told deputies the shooter never said anything during the encounter. In a phone interview Wednesday, Thomas said he'd suffered 3 gunshot wounds, one of which shattered his hip. "I walk with a limp now," Thomas said. After the shooting, Thomas ran to a neighbor's home for help, according to the report. 8 days later, investigators learned the Seminole County Sheriff's Office had received an anonymous tip about Inman being seen in the stolen Volkswagen Golf GTI, the same car Thomas had seen, according to the report. Inman, who was 14 at the time of the shooting, told investigators he'd left home after cutting off his ankle monitor and couldn't remember where he'd stayed from September 17 to October 3 because his use of marijuana and Xanax has affected his memory, according to the report. He denied having been inside or having seen the stolen Volkswagen. During the investigation, deputies spoke with Joshua New, an acquaintance of Inman, who said Inman had claimed responsibility for the shooting, according to the report. According to New, Inman and 2 other teen gang members were planning on robbing a drug dealer, but when the drug dealer didn't show up, the teens decided to find someone else to rob, the report states. New said Inman told him the robbery went south because he'd shot a man. Inman's mother, Tammy Spivey, called investigators on October 11 and told them her son planned on returning home the next day and, in his mother's presence, wanted to tell investigators the truth, according to the report. But while meeting with investigators on October 12, Inman said he wanted a lawyer and left the interview room.